right, this go around, we'll be looking at top 10 times British celebs cause chaos on U.S. talk shows. That's hard to be interesting. I, I've never I've never really watched any U.S. talk shows where British celebs cause any kind of chaos. However, Ricky Gervais and our award ceremonies, completely different story. He's pissed off a nation more than once, along with our celebrities at these things, which I find absolutely hilarious, to be honest with you. So, that being said, let's get into it, shall we?
For this list, we'll be looking at the times American chat shows were brave enough to invite guests over from the UK and perhaps got more than they bargained for, whether it was controversial, unexpected, or just outlandishly entertaining.
Is this what you all do for a living?
Yes!
Okay, but I'm here to...
Professional.
Okay, well, let me help you.
Number 10, Atkinson goes full bean. In 2018, comedic treasure Rowan Atkinson made an appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert to promote the third installment of the Johnny English franchise.
I'm a huge fan. Well, I went and fanned at you a little bit backstage before you came out here.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
So far, so routine. But when talk turned to Rowan's comedic roots, he reenacted a Mr. Bean-esque routine that once had an audience at Oxford laughing for 7 minutes without the use of any words. Atkinson's effortless transition from his mild-mannered self into full-on bean mode would have James McAvoy's character in Split envious. Hopefully, for the Blackadder star's next appearance, he'll spend the whole interview in the Bean persona.
What the hell?
Anyway, it was something like that.
Number 9.
Sounds like it's completely lost in the American audience there. I have to go find that clip, though. And the thing about it with Rowan Atkinson, right, is the fact that I've reacted to some stuff. Now, I might start reacting to some Mr. Bean stuff. I've tried before with some of that, like 2 videos with Mr. Bean, and it always gets blocked. For some reason, not 9 o'clock news, and the way I took and edited the whole season, which be on the lookout for season 3 in the next 2 weeks. Edited probably the same way for Blackadder, but I've looked at some stuff with Rowan Atkinson, and dude's a comedic genius. So the fact that he would cause chaos, I'm not surprised. Oh, Gordon Ramsay and Corden. I like one better than the other. One of them cooks, the other doesn't.
In Gordon and Corden start a fire.
It doesn't need fat. You don't add fat on fat.
Now, all right, guys.
But Matilda.
Gordon's no stranger to talk show troubles, and we might have included that time he predictably filled a swear jar on Jimmy Fallon. But then there's also the time he and his daughter made a manic English breakfast alongside James Corden.
I'm getting it crispy.
This really should have been a pretty straightforward feature, a pro chef preparing an everyday meal. But now, the cook-off sees Ramsay set fire to his station, his daughter call him out on burning bacon, and James serve up a plate of, well, slop. Get back to the day job, Gordon. Oh, wait. Number 8, Cowell doesn't mince words. Back when the US X Factor was still a thing, judges Simon Cowell and Demi Lovato popped up on an edition of Conan to promote the series. It didn't take long for things to kick off between the two, as Lovato immediately went in for a dig over Cowell's infamous, overly exposed, cleavage?
I'll say this, I wish they'd add some of what they're talking about here, but one show I've got to take and react, at least bits of shows I've got to take and react to, Graham Norton being one. Like, I've seen some stuff of like people that are on his show. It looks like it can be interesting to watch due to some of the things that happen and some of the questions that are stuff that the celebrities talk about. Conan O'Brien was such an underrated, I don't think he ever, having to go from network television because of Jay Leno's fat ass head, having to go from network television due to Jay Leno's big head and his ego to TBS. Man, Conan was that dude had an entertaining show. But the fact that somebody's going to go after, the pecs or the cleavage of Simon Cowell, I won't even go there with Demi Lovato. I really won't. She cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
We're trying to reach to a younger demographic.
Yes.
And I just don't feel like we're going to accomplish that when he's showing more cleavage than Brittany and I are.
In response, the music mogul was prompted by the host to let the singer know how he really feels about her. Simon didn't hold back, living up to his blunt and ruthless reputation by straight up telling Demi that she's annoying right to her face. Ouch.
You are very annoying.
Thanks.
How does that?
How's that?
Well, you are.
You could be a bit of an ass.
I know.
How's that?
Number 7, Grant gets frank. In the mid-90s, Hugh Grant was mired in controversy due to a particular act of infidelity, shall we say, against one Elizabeth Hurley.
How about the Hollywood reaction? As you know, the Hollywood community was shocked to learn that this type of thing was going on, right?
But Grant didn't shy away from his actions, confronting the whole thing on The Tonight Show. Leno ripped the band-aid off instantly, asking Hugh,
What the hell were you thinking?
as his opening question. Grant listed off the excuses he could have said to explain the ordeal, but eventually admitted that he knows the difference between good and bad and accepted he did a bad thing. You can't say he didn't pay for his sins, literally.
I think you know in life pretty much what's a good thing to do and what's a bad thing, and I did a bad thing, and there you have it.
Number 6, Radcliffe raps.
I'm going to be honest with you, none of these so far seem like they'd cause actual type of chaos. That's more of the host causing chaos on that one, because Jay Leno, being Jay Leno, he can be a funny person. He's interesting and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the host causing chaos. That's not the celeb.
There was some magic on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon when Harry Potter star Daniel Radcliffe popped by to show his talents know no bounds.
Black Alicious' alphabet aerobics.
That would be one.
You know how to do that whole song?
Yeah, I do, yes.
That's one of the trickiest, fastest songs I know.
Well, yeah.
After expressing his fondness for rap and revealing he's capable of rapping the entirety of Black Alicious' alphabet aerobics, Fallon couldn't resist offering the Brit a microphone to show what he's got.
Detonator, dime a dank, daily do and go. Demonstrations, Don Dada on the down low. Eating other editors with each and every energetic, epileptic episode, elevated etiquette.
Impressively, Radcliffe pulled off the performance flawlessly, not tripping on his words even once. Forget talking to snakes, this was far more of a tongue twister. Now we're just left wondering why Daniel hasn't released a rap cover album.
Yesterday, Donzo sells our yawns, zigzag zombies, zooming to the zenith, zeroing and thoughts of a zealous Ramsay launch.
Come on!
Number 5, Sharon Osbourne's Royal Desires. Apparently, Sharon Osbourne not only wants to be a dame, she's willing to go to any lengths or sink down to any depths that it takes to get it.
Oh, shit.
Recently, you
Bro,
said that you
she's
wanted to have sex with Prince Charles.
Yes.
You just came out and said that.
Yes.
The former X Factor judge revealed as much on an episode of Conan, going as far to say that she hinted at doing a partner swap with Prince Charles and Camilla while socializing with them in person.
Swap, you know.
Oh, you proposed a couple swap. Yeah.
Whether her husband and rock legend Ozzy agreed to this proposition or would rather bite the head off a bat
Bro, she's a trip. She's an absolute hoot. I don't always agree with her own stuff, but bro, she is absolutely funny.
is anyone's guess. Sharon, meanwhile, clearly prefers the head of a lizard.
Have you ever flirted with him directly? Have you ever made...
Yes, I do this on his leg while we're talking and eating dinner.
Yeah.
Number 4,
He
Mirren
didn't
wants
mind
a
that
kiss.
too bad at all.
Speaking of dames, Dame Helen Mirren knows
yeah.
how to make an entrance, as Stephen Colbert was lucky enough to witness firsthand.
Stephen Colbert, man, he's number one. Helen Mirren, she's just at this point, as far as actresses and stuff like that, like she's pretty iconic as far as actresses and people that act and stuff like that go, right? She's just there's some respect to her name, right? You know, at least in those type of circles and stuff. But you see that there's a movie coming out that's got Helen Mirren in it. You expect a good performance. So the fact for her to come out and do that, it's probably all rehearsed and stuff. But Stephen Colbert right there with that that's that hesitation, like, whoa, wait, what just happened? Perfect, absolutely perfect.
The Queen actress didn't waste any time in creating a stir by ignoring the talk show host's attempts at an innocent handshake and going straight in for a kiss on the mouth. Colbert's
And that little
flustered
shoulder
and
shrug
smitten
too, man.
response is clear evidence that this wasn't a moment planned ahead of time. The audience loved it too, but probably not as much as Stephen did. British chat show hosts must be asking themselves what they're doing wrong.
If I didn't do it then, I'd never get to do it. So, you know, I have been dreaming of doing that for about, 15 years. So I just grabbed my chance. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I suddenly can't remember any questions.
Number 3, Gervais talks about Adolf. Never a stranger to controversy, Ricky Gervais was on form during a chat on Late Night with Seth Meyers. The host brought up one of The Office star's many risque moments, this one being the time the comedian made Hitler jokes in Berlin.
You actually told Hitler jokes in Berlin.
Yeah.
How did that go?
They loved it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
From then, it wasn't long before Gervais was showing pictures of baby Hitler on his phone and offering a surprisingly thoughtful explanation to why he wouldn't travel back in time and kill him.
I wouldn't kill him. I'd change him. I'd just be nice to him, get him into art college.
The hilarity continued as the comic went on to demonstrate how the image of baby Hitler sometimes pops up unprompted.
To be fair on that, though, I've met a lot of people that were art majors that are without jobs and pissed off, so I don't know if that would do anything. That might not change it for the way you're wanting, homie, just saying.
On his iWatch.
So I can be in a meeting and just baby Hitler pops up on the phone.
Number 2, Brand takes over. This now infamous interview consisted of comedian, actor, author, and activist Russell Brand swinging by Morning Joe on MSNBC to promote his Messiah Complex stand-up tour.
Messiah Complex, that's the name of your tour?
Oh, dude, he absolutely wrecked this. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, if you're American and you've probably seen this, which y'all probably have too, but MSNBC is, I think they're one of the only ones, news rankings behind CNN. They're horrible. They're horrible. Like, we're supposed to, it's the reason why I hate the news here, and I don't care if you watch Fox, CNN, MSNBC, like they all give bias. You're supposed to just give us the news. Stop giving us your editorial opinion on what you see happening. All of them do it. One from the Republican standpoint and 2-3 of them from the Democrat standpoint. So you get the circle jerk going on either one towards whatever political viewpoint. Brand come in here, if I'm not mistaken, he just absolutely just destroys this because he was not.
Yeah. Do you have one?
No. It's a mental illness.
Things escalated quickly, however, as Brand was let off his leash and began to dissect the performances of the hosts, offering advice on how they could conduct their jobs better.
You are talking about me as if I'm not here and as if I'm an extraterrestrial. You know I'm from a country that's near to you.
The rational observations are treated like an alien language by the interviewers, with one even confessing that he literally can't understand Russell.
Like, I have no idea what he's saying. It's best you focus on your driving, Brian. You're a man, you don't want to be distracted by humour, you might crash into a pedestrian. So it's a good thing.
You can see where Brand felt compelled to offer some guidance. If only the comic would take over all mainstream news.
People in America, we're gonna be okay. Everything's all right.
Number 1.
Well, I was about to say part of that too is the fact that I don't even know if any of them anchors are still on that, or if that show's morning show's even on, or that portion of MSNBC is still on. I haven't watched MSNBC in so long. I really haven't watched any of the news in so long. But they're all pompous asses. Like even Democrats and liberals that went on, like they were just all pompous asses on that. And the fact that Brand come in there and that went off the rails quick though.
Borat is Borat. The long-running The Late Show with David Letterman saw all sorts of chaotic moments and contentious celebrity guests over the years, but perhaps none more so than when Borat appeared.
My name is Borat Sagdiyev. I'm a journalist. I am a son of Asimbala Sagdiyev and Boltok the rapist.
Sacha Baron Cohen was there to discuss the Borat movie, and fortunately for everyone watching, decided to do it in character. The interview would arguably not even be allowed to air today, with Borat talking being the son of a rapist, his 15-year-old ex-wife, now deceased, and other such casual chatter.
My wife is dead.
I'm sorry to hear that.
High five!
The man behind the character always does well to keep a straight face, but Letterman certainly couldn't.
Kazakhstan.
Bro, that's the thing with Letterman. You get Letterman giggling and going, man, because Letterman he's a little bit more level with stuff than what Leno was, and he would laugh at stuff. But if you could get him going multiple times, man, you had something special going.
It's now a very civilized country, much like USA.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from what...
Yo. Oh, man. Some of those really weren't so much a lot of chaos being caused, but they're very memorable moments. But those last couple, oh, yeah, that was chaos being caused. Faux show. Russell Brand especially, that was just... What? And the Helen Mirren, I remember taking and seeing clips of that, but that circulated for a bit, because it was like, wow, did you see that? That was... You know, because Stephen Colbert, he's now got the late night show, whereas he used to be the late show. I liked him better when he was the late show because he wasn't as, I don't know, his head wasn't as big. You know, his ego didn't seem to be quite as woohoo. Now he just seems a little bit pompous. I mean, he's nice enough fella and everything like that. He does come across a little bit pompous, but that was pretty cool. But the whole Russell Brand thing, I remember I've watched clips of that, or the clip of that, quite a few times. That was quite interesting. That being said, this was Watch Mojo sometimes has hits or misses. I like this one. This one was pretty interesting. I might have to go look at some of these a little bit further. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.